Today, I want to welcome you. Today, we have a great topic that we're talking about enabling financial performance management. This is the pain that everybody's feeling today after COVID-19, with new challenges that every CFO in town around the world is having to solve. And I have two experts today with me. Bhupendra Bhatia, who's a managing partner from One Direction Global. He has over a decade experience of working in the Middle East. Specifically, he's come from an IBM background, which is perfect because I think this is where the solution's going to play a big part here. And also we have Yogi Yog, who's our financial consultant, who's our subject matter expert with over another decade working in the financial industry, from Deloitte to IBM to SAS. We have two industry experts that are going to give us a lot of insight. And I'd like to start the conversation out about how organizations today are having these increased uncertainties that are directly impacting their businesses, and challenges that actually are, they range from a variety of challenges today. But maybe you guys can take me into what are companies experiencing here that you're finding across different industries. Yogi, are you able to go into that a little bit more?
Sure. So what we are seeing recently, especially magnified by the COVID-19 pandemic, is there is a lot of pressure on the Office of Finance to deliver information at the right time. Well, this has always been an issue in terms of having the right resources in place. Stakeholders' demands are ever increasing, but given the fact that nowadays we have pressure on the top line, there has been a situation where business has been impacted across the globe, across a lot of industries. And as always, the Office of Finance has been the central function to provide all insights to the business, whether they relate to plans, budgets, forecasts, actual data. And it has been a challenge always for the CFO to satisfy the demands of the stakeholders, but during recent times it has been amplified, and especially because not all organizations are having the right systems in place, having the right processes in place. We see a lot of demand from our clients to help them out, put the right systems in order to deliver the right information to the stakeholders. And what we have seen lately is that there is a greater need for having the right processes in place before we put the right systems. And this is where we are, in fact, very keen to work with our clients, not only in terms of putting the right systems, because it's not just about technology, but we also are willing to or keen to help our clients adopt the right processes. On top of that, we can deploy the right systems, and that's where we are looking to add value for our clients.
Great. Well, I believe the need for accurate financial reporting and forecasting has been the most critical in times like today. Would you agree?
Of course, yeah.
And the best,
so
the financial. Sorry.
Yeah, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I just want to add one point, because I have seen the financial companies and the holding companies, they are struggling a lot for monthly closing and quarterly and yearly. So definitely this solution help them to close their monthly very fast, quickly, and also they can very well integrate with the reporting, which is the management reporting. Yeah.
Great. Well, we're today we're going to go through a lot of different things. So I know, we've just highlighted some of the problems. You guys can go into it a little bit further, but we're also going to talk about the IBM solution that provides a great solution for people in this same situation, what this looks like. So we'll go through the demo and also the reporting features today, right? So Bhupendra, take it away. This is, I believe you have a presentation to share that we can go through this.
Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we have some of the presentation slides, and so this is the agenda for today's webinar. We will see the current challenges, and current business uncertainties, and usually the finance team, which is the backbone of any industry, they are facing. And then we will see the seamless financial consolidation. What are the benefits by using the IBM controller, which is the solution, and how it is integrated with reporting and planning solution, which is the planning analytics solutions of IBM. And then we will see the demo. So I will just hand over the Yogi, so he can start that. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, these are some things that we already have spoken about in short. But where we really are looking to add value is there are three typical challenges that we see from the customer standpoint. Firstly, there are disconnected systems, lack of centralized processes, a lot of manual data or manual way of consolidating or reporting data. That's basically driving. That's basically is giving a lot of inefficiencies in the whole process. So the first objective is to how do we drive efficiencies in terms of the right process, right systems, right controls, and minimizing the manual data or manual workings that are going on. The second challenge which we are looking to address is how do we optimize the resources. So what we have seen is a lot of times clients spend a lot of effort in consolidating the information. So typically, as we have seen, is like 70 to 80% of time is spent on getting the data, consolidating the data, aggregating the information, and there is not much time left in actually analyzing the data. So this is a classic problem which many organizations have been facing, and the way we have seen them address this whole issue of wanting to spend more time on analysis is by putting the right systems and processes in place, and that basically allows them to have an efficient utilization of the resources and having a good alignment across the organizations in terms of sales talking to finance, supply chain talking to sales. So that's what the end objective is. And the third is typically how do we provide timely insight or the timely data to allow business to take those important decisions, because ultimately we see Office of Finance as an organ or as a team within the organization, which is basically responsible for providing business insight to the business. So how do we allow the Office of Finance to move from a record keeper to someone who can provide business insight? That's our whole objective. We want to kind of allow or enable the Office of Finance to move from a record keeper's role to a role of actually helping the business to steer through the different issues which are being faced right now. So that's the critical change that we see in terms of how Office of Finance can add value to the organization. So those are the three pillars which are really important for us to keep in mind before we even talk about the systems or processes. So it's not just about finance, right? So we have seen in the past, projects which fail when they only address one department's point of view. I mean, there have been a lot of cases where we have seen ERP projects not being successful because it's just the finance office who is driving it. We have seen projects where some reporting projects or reporting systems are not being fully utilized just because the key sponsor is the CFO, but the whole business is not aligned. So the bottom line is it's just not about finance. Here we are actually talking about how we can implement different use cases across the organization. So from our experience, we have seen and we have implemented projects where we have helped the sales organization implement sales plans, sales forecasts, We have actually helped marketing teams to kind of build the right promotion plans in place, which can address or which can actually synchronize with the sales plans. Um, in operations, supply chain, we have a lot of use cases where we have enabled sales and operational planning in the organization. Also, workforce planning is one area where we have experience where we can actually help organizations to allow them to do headcount planning, staffing plans, and how that everything comes together in terms of having an overall view on your P&L, as well as working capital, balance sheet. So it's just not about finance, because if it's just about finance, then we are just talking about P&L, balance sheet, cash flow. That's it. But we are going beyond the Office of Finance and kind of allowing all the departments to kind of talk to each other on this platform, and that's what we have been working on lately, and we will be kind of looking forward to helping new organizations to adopt these kind of solutions.
Correct. So I just want to add that One Direction Global also implement some of the solutions such as customer and product profitability in the dairy industry, and it is really helpful for them, and workforce planning and in another industries also. So we have done a lot of implementations.
Yeah. So basically, the way our IBM financial performance management platform is built and structured is, we have broadly three layers or broadly three pillars, I would say. So the first pillar, that is, how do we allow, or how do we enable organizations to close their financials, or to close their periods, or to close their books on time? So typically in a setup where we have different group companies, holding companies, subsidiary companies, associates. So they are using IBM's cloud-based consolidation solution to kind of aggregate the results from different companies over a cloud-based platform, which enables them to close their books on time, consolidate results on time, and which basically allows them to do statutory and management reporting within the required time frames. The second pillar, which is taking care of planning, budgeting, and forecasting, as well as financial analytics, wherein we allow organizations to create plans, strategic plans, financial plans, budgets, forecasts, and then they can have a forward-looking view into their financial performance, instead of just having a backward-looking view. So the key point here is all this is integrated on one platform, which is the IBM's financial performance management platform. So we are catering to the needs of different stakeholders, whether it's the financial controller, the FP&A in charge, whether it's the line of service heads, head of departments. So everyone has a stake in the success of such a project, where they can see their use cases being actually implemented in IBM's performance management platform. So these are some of the areas that we have typically worked on. And if I talk about these solutions in some detail, firstly, if we talk about the consolidation solution of IBM. So Bhupendra, can you go further? Yeah. So this is the first pillar. Many companies are using IBM's consolidation solution to automate their whole group consolidation and reporting process. Now, where we kind of where we add value in the whole process of close or record to report, as we all typically say in the finance domain, is IBM's consolidation solution actually allows organizations who are typically on different ERP systems. So as an example, some companies may be on SAP, some companies may be on Oracle, some may be on Microsoft Dynamics, some may be on some homegrown ERP systems. So in this scenario, where we add value is we actually allow all these companies to submit their data or upload their data onto the Cognos IBM's consolidation platform, IBM's consolidation platform. We have all the checks and balances in place in terms of ensuring that we have the right data in place. We have the right reconciliations in place. We can pass journal entries if required in the consolidation system at a group level. There are some purpose-built functionalities in consolidation, for example, for handling intercompany eliminations, currency conversions, minority interest calculations, cash flow preparation. So all this is already built into the application. So all the financial intelligence that is required to ensure that we have the accurate data to report to the stakeholders, it's all built into the financial consolidation solution. And then we go into the last piece where we kind of enable reporting out of the consolidation system. So we do have standard reports. We can create new reports, but the more important thing which I would like to highlight is this whole consolidation system is well integrated with the IBM's planning analytics, which Bhupendra will talk about later on. So in terms of allowing organizations to kind of get the data from consolidation and distribute that information to a wider audience. So that's where the whole close, consolidate and report process, that's how it looks like, right from getting the data into the system, putting the checks and balances in place, running consolidation, elimination, currency translation, and then doing the reporting process out of IBM's consolidation system. So that's how the whole thing looks like. So what I would like to highlight here is two things more than others. One is the built-in financial intelligence and the functions which are available in IBM's solution. So it's a totally user-driven solution where there is no IT support required to implement the requirements that are typically there as part of a consolidation system. It has all the best practice functionalities in place. It has a familiar web interface, as well as it has an Excel interface, which can actually allow users to enter the data into the system as well as get the data out. And one of the key points here to note is that we have more than 260 reports inbuilt out of the box in consolidation as well. So there is no need to create new reports. There is no need to actually do any scripting, any coding. So all the reports that are available, or those which are required by the users, are already built into the application. So all the reconciliation reports, currency translation reports, elimination reports, whatever is required to run the process in the system, all the reports are available out of the box. So that's a key differentiator, which has allowed our customers to utilize the system to the fullest. And bottom line is, finance can operate and manage the solution themselves. We don't see IT as someone who drives this solution. Everything is driven by finance. the whole project, typically when it takes place, it's finance who is running it. And once the project is live, then the finance team actually runs and maintains the whole system. So there is no IT involvement, there is no scripting, no coding. It's all finance driven. So that's the key differentiator, which actually allows customers to reap the right benefits from the system. Okay, so I'll just quickly run through this. Probably some of this has been talked about. It's a single system, enables audit tracking, internal controls, workflow enabled. It's finance owned, ease of use. So right from collecting data to reporting the information, everything is menu driven, and best practice functionalities are already inbuilt. So we will have a look at the demo later on, where I will take you through some of the things in more detail. But in a nutshell, these are the highlights of the system, where where it allows finance teams to consolidate the data in a streamlined way, without IT involvement and without any overhead in terms of scripting and coding. So that's what this slide talks about. Now, yeah. So I will hand over to
Thanks.
Bhupendra, who will talk about the planning piece. Now, one thing to remember is, even though we say solution, planning solution, consolidation solution, all these solutions are integrated on the same platform. So it doesn't matter whether you are using planning or consolidation, the data is always available across these I would say buckets. There's a planning bucket, there is a consolidation bucket. And the reason we have different solutions on the same platform is, consolidation is a niche application. Legal consolidation is a niche requirement. You just cannot have one solution to address planning and consolidation. It has to be a purpose-built niche application, such as the IBM's consolidation system. And then you need to have a platform, integrated platform, where you can actually allow the consolidation data to flow into the planning analytics environment, to have meaningful plans and actual comparison. So that's how our philosophy has been. IBM's philosophy has been that have purpose-built applications and then allow them to talk to each other through a tight integration. So that's where our platform is different to, and how it is superior to other platforms. So now Bhupendra will take you through the planning functionalities as well.
Great, thank you for that.
Thanks, Yogi. So thanks, Yogi. Yeah, true. It is very truly that Yogi has told that it is very well integrated, and it is not only financial consolidations, because after financial consolidation, definitely the management, they need the better reporting, and also they have a planning budgeting. So they want to compare with actual and the planning, and they can do the variance analysis and the forecastings for the future. So I will just brief about the planning analytics solution. So this is the IBM planning analytics solution, which is really very easy to use, very flexible, and complete comprehensive planning and budgeting solutions, which is available both on cloud or on-prem. And so we'll discuss further why it is very speed. So actually this is working on the TM1, which is the in-memory engine, which is very powerful. And so we can load fast data loading from any data sources, whether any ERP, HR, they have a different source. So we can integrate very well with the different sources, and real time you can see the calculations. And also the system is very capable of handling the complex allocations, and whether driver based allocations, so it very well it can handle it. And also you can compare between the different versions or different periods. You can very easily compare it. So that's why it is very speed. The second very good feature for plan analytics is that foresight, what if. So this is really very requirement, this business uncertainty. Reason is that all there is a very uncertain and everyone needs the scenario based planning. So the scenario based planning, that if there is any change, because as we have seen that Yogi, there is a one slide. So it is not only the finance which is related to the planning, but all the line of businesses, they require the planning and budgeting. So all are very well integrated. So the sales team, they have done the sales planning and budgeting, sales performance, and they can create their own what if analysis scenarios. So if they can reduce the sales due to the business uncertainty, and you can see the impact on the real time on the financial statements, P&L. Same way, you can OPEX planning, you have operating expenses planning, both variable and fixed cost. And due to the unforeseen situations, you want to reduce the cost. So if you can reduce the cost by creating the scenarios, you can see the impact on the P&L. So that's really very good feature. Apart from that, you can create your own rolling forecast, because what happens usually, all the companies, they are doing the budgeting, but that is the once in a year exercise. After that, there is no use of the budget. So definitely due to this uncertainty, all the companies, they need the forecasting, rolling forecast. So they can do the rolling forecast on monthly basis, 24 months rolling forecast, and accordingly they can adjust with the budget, and they can do the plan. So that's the good feature. Agility, because it is real time, very flexible. So if any changes due to the business uncertainty, you can change it, and the real time you can see the impact of that changes. So if you want to add any new product or a new channel, so you can add it and you can see the impact on the financial statement. The second good feature, that it is very well integrated with Excel add-in, and also they have their own dashboard and reporting capability. You can see it there in the screen. So you can log in through the iPad or from the web-based any technology you can use it.
Consolidation solution, which is called IBM Cognos Controller. It's a system designed to allow finance to run the show. This is something that we already talked about a while ago. But as you can see, this is really the truth, because this system is built on, a foundation such as the finance user actually can create different structures, make changes in the application. So in consolidation systems, you typically have two things. One is your account structure, your company structure. So the system allows you to create your account structures in a way which is completely user defined. So for example, I have my balance sheet, I have my cash flow statement, I have my income statement, I have some accounts for doing my analysis. And as you can see on the right hand side, every account is configurable, whether it's a P&L account, whether it's a balance sheet account, assets, liabilities, equities, income, what is the intercompany code, whether I should apply the currency conversion based on my year-end closing rate, average rate. That is all easily configurable. So this whole account structure is such that the changes can be done by the finance user. The implementation can be done first time by the consultant, and then it can be handed over to the finance team such that it can allow them to do the changes on the fly. So this is the account structure. Typically, we also would have the company structure, which allows us to create our company structures. So the controller system allows you to create different consolidation types. So you can have one structure for legal reporting, one structure for management reporting, and then you can have different consolidation rules to kind of allow you to consolidate the data. You can have different consolidation structures based on periods. So if you have had an acquisition in one period, if you have had a divestiture in one period, so you can maintain the different hierarchies and consolidation structures based on periods. So you can define the different company types, whether it's a subsidiary, group company. You can define the ownership structures, whether this is attached to which holding company, what is the ownership percentages. So all this information can be defined right on the screen without the need to get into creating complex calculations or different scripts. So this is the company structure. We also would have scenarios. So we would have a scenario called as actual data, budget data, forecast data. So if we talk about those, typically in controller, that is called as actualities. So you can define one scenario for your actual data. You can define a scenario for your budget data. You can define multiple scenarios for your forecast data as well. And then this is the place which actually allows you to create those different versions. And then the real benefit of this is it can actually enable you to create your performance variance reports. So you can have actual versus budget, actual versus forecast, actual versus budget versus forecast, actual versus budget of last year. So this is the real benefit of having different scenarios in controller, so that you can allow users to do variance analysis across different versions. So this is the actuality dimension. We had a look at the company structure, account structure. We can also have different submissions. So typically in a consolidation process, there are requirements where we need to sequence the consolidation activities into different submissions. So submission 1 can be to get the first draft of results, let's say by the end of the month. Then you can have submission 2 defined to get the final draft or the final version of the information, let's say in the week 1 of the next month. And you can have submission 3 to get some supporting information to substantiate the financial results. Those can be either detailed breakdown of OPEX by cost centers. It can be either reports which talk about sales by products, and it can really allow you to sequence the whole activities such that you are able to conduct this consolidation process in a more streamlined way. So that's how we enable organizations to have this sequencing in place. The one thing which also is useful is we also have something called as extended dimensions. So we have seen customers have requirements on getting additional data. For example, they have sales in their P&L. They would like to get data of sales by products. They would like to get data of, let's say, OPEX by cost centers. So the extended dimensional functionality in controller allows you to create these extra dimensions in the system. For example, this is the product dimension. So you can create a product dimension within controller. You can allow the users to provide you data for specific sets of information by products. So you can have sales by products. You can have cost by cost centers. You can have sales by customer groups or by customers. So this is how the extra dimension helps in getting more data around your core data, which is your P&L, balance sheet, and the supporting schedules. So this is on the structures. Another important point from a consolidation perspective, and especially from a financial controller perspective, is how do I have a bird's eye view on where is my process in terms of who has submitted the data, who is in the process of submitting the data, who has not even started submitting the data. And this is where command center in controller really helps. Is you can actually have a look at your submission process by entities. So if I happen to select my group, which is my consolidation group, okay, select the right period, submission. So as it can be seen here, all my entities. So I'm sitting at the group level. Let's say I'm the financial controller who is in charge of kind of orchestrating the whole consolidation process. And in a bird's eye view, I can actually see which entities have actually submitted the data. So as you can see, company B has a green dot in front of it in the status column. That means it has submitted the data, it has reconciled the information, and it has done its job. But as you can see, there are entities which are either yellow in color or in a different color, which is not green. They are still in the process. So you can have a bird's eye view on the consolidation process in terms of which entities are, and then you can have the right follow-ups in place where you can actually ensure that all the entities are providing the right information on time. So this is on the command center. So we also spoke about the inbuilt reports in controller, which are available for checking reconciliations, currency translations. So one such report is, which is very important, especially from a reconciliation standpoint, is the intercompany report. So this is again an inbuilt out of. So this is my intercompany report. It basically gives me a bird's eye view on how is my intercompany reconciliation looking like. So for company A vis-a-vis company C, what is the data that company A has reported? What is the data that company C has reported? Is there any difference? You can also set tolerance levels for the difference amounts. So generally, what we have seen is finance controllers don't want the whole process to be stuck just because there is a difference of, let's say, 10 Saudi Riyal or 5 Saudi Riyals, or something which is really not material. So the system also allows you to create those tolerance levels, and then if the differences are within the tolerance levels, then the process doesn't stop. You can still consolidate. So this is one inbuilt report. You can also look at currency translations. So in a setup where you have companies in different geographies having their own functional currencies, you can actually set currency translations, and then you can look at those reports within the system. So for example, if I want to look at currency translation report for a particular period, and the full trial balance report, now this is a very useful report from a consolidation controller standpoint. So it's basically a report which allows you to have a look at your P&L, balance sheet. It can be cash flow as well. Any kind of report you want to do reporting on. So let's say if I want to look at my P&L for the whole group in a cross tab format, then so I can actually drill down on any particular. So I have two options. One is I can either do a normal report or I can do a drill down report. So if I do a drill down report and if I run this, I can drill down on any cell within controller, and I can say, okay, show me the different types of JVs that have been passed within the system. So I can say, okay, show me data by journal type, and then I can actually, so as we were mentioning, we do have an Excel interface to enter the data. We can enter the data through Excel. We can pass journals within the system at a group level. I can pass a JV at a group level, or I can pass a JV at a company level. I can reconcile the data at the company level. I can reconcile intercompany balances, intercompany profits, investments, eliminations. Everything is out of the box. We just have to set up the system, define the accounts, define the company structure, and then we are good to go. And all the reports, all the reconciliation rules are all built into the application. So this was just a quick flavor on how we can maintain the different dimensions, do reporting. Also, we have functionality of getting the data from different systems. So it can either be a trial balance load through a FAT file, or we can connect to external systems through staging tables. We can automatically extract data, or we can automatically load data in controller based on the staging database that has been defined. So in a scenario where you have data coming from SAP, Oracle, we can get the data into controller by defining a staging area, and then it kind of automates the whole data load. So we have different options to import the data, either through flat files, automated uploads through staging tables, Excel interface. We also have reports option within controller to run the different reports, inbuilt reports within controller. So all in all, this is a system which allows you to run the whole process right from data collection to reporting, in a streamlined way, and in a way that finance users will really enjoy. So that was in a nutshell, just a quick flavor of how the system looks like, and we will now have a look at how this gets integrated with the planning analytics engine within IBM Cognos, and then how you can enable the users to really get the value from the integrated platform that IBM has. So
Great, thank you for that demo. That was very thorough. Really appreciate that. And I think there's a lot of information there. I think even if somebody wants to get a more specific demo and more details, they can definitely contact One Direction Global and get that information, but I think it's time to go see how this planning and actual reporting looks, because I think that's going to be really exciting as well, right?
Yeah. Fine. Now we will just present the IBM Planning Analytics. So it is very well integrated with financial consolidation, and it is on real time. So if any monthly closing, quarterly or annual closing, and at the same time the data will be transferred, even the structures, all the structures and security also. So that is all transfer Planetics by its own. And so you can see the IBM Planetics. This is the workspace where the business users or the management, they can create their own dashboard. So we have seen that the same model. So there is a group dashboard, because we have seen in the Yogi demo that there is a group is there, and there is a different subsidiaries, which is the split company, purchase company, parent company. So you can see the consolidated sales by the business units different. Even you can see the sales comparison between previous year to current year by different product, hardware, software, and services. And down you can see the consolidated P&L, that is also there. So you can do the deep analysis details of each P&L by the product, by the channels, everything you can see in the detailed way. Yeah, even you can create your own variance analysis. So it's very easy. So if you want, so simply select that, and I want to create my own calculation. So you can create on the fly, users can create their own calculation. Say for example, variance analysis. Yeah, actual minus budget, and you can simply creating your variance analysis formula on the fly. So it is mainly focused for the business users, no IT or no coding required. So same way, if you want to do the variance analysis percentage, you can simply click and select, and you can create the calculations. So this way you can create the multiple calculations for the group level. So each create the revenue and profit year over year. So you can see that, and you can simply select the company, and automatically all the interactive dashboard is changing. So you can see the each company wise, what is my revenue, and between the periods, revenue by the business line, hardware, software, and services. So we can easily find out which product line is profitable. Then let's move to the balance sheet, which is mainly required. So you can see that we have a different company wise balance sheet. So you can simply select each company wise, and you can see the balance sheet. You can select the actual, budget, forecast, currency wise. You can see, you can drill down further non-current assets, further drill down to the lowest level, and you can see that it is total assets and total equity liabilities also reconciling. Same way, cash flow, we are capable that we can do both direct method or indirect method cash flow, and you can drill down cash flow from operating activity further. You can drill down that, and you can see the detail level, the what exactly the cash generation from operation, finance activity, and what is my cash flow. So this is the planning process. So usually what happens, the company, they are doing the planning and budgeting in the system. Once they complete the planning and budgeting, and then the consolidated figure, they will move to the financial consolidation engine. So it is the two-way actually. So one way is that once you complete your actuals in the financial consolidation, you will move to the planning engine, and you can do the financial reportings, ratio analysis, all everything in the planning analytics. And then you will do the comprehensive planning and budgeting in the planning analytics, and move to the consolidation engine for the consolidations. So both way it can work. Let's do a quick, it's very easy to create. So if you want, you can create from any template. Let's see, very quick template. So now you can see that, so this is my database. The system, what exactly, once we integrated, it is auto calculated the multi-dimensional cube. So you can see that multi-dimensional cubes are created. Yeah. So out of that, we will just create some of the views, customized views. So if I will select, let's say example, BSY company, I simply click it, add view. So I just added in the view, you can see that. And if I want, I can convert the visualization. Say, let's see, I will take the column. So you can see that simply this is my, so you can easily find out not current assets, liability, what exactly by the bar chart. Same way, let's move to the cash flow. So if I will take that, very well, let's take the, I will change the dimension. You can see that. So it's very, so I will just move this one here and change the dimension. Let's see, I will check the actuality. Let's say this one, or we can take the period also. So we have a period monthly this way, and I want to in the pie chart or something like that, I can make it. Let's make it in line and grace. So you can see that it is very easy that you can create different type of chart. Say for example, if you want to create the P&L, so let's take the P&L, add view. Let's create the pie chart. So simple. Same way for the, if you want the fixed assets, so you can create it by different entity. And change the visualization whichever you want. Let's say I have taken the tree map. Yeah. So you have seen that. So that this way, within a quick, within 3-4 minutes, we have created this dashboard, which is really helpful, and it is very interactive. So if you can click anywhere, you can see the drill down and each one here also. So it is very interactive. So you can create the dashboard. Even the finance team, they are still they are used to the Excel. So we are very well integrated with the Excel. So you can say this is IBM Planalytics add in Excel, and you can see all the cubes, everything. So you simply take any view. Let's see. We'll just log in. And you can see all the view. So you can just do the expression, click on this view. So you can see that the Excel, it is convert same like a cube. So you can do the drag and drop, and you can change the view, everything you can do in the Excel. So it is very well integrated with Excel also. So the flexibility of this solution, that you can create the report or ratios or whatever the calculations, you can do it, and for the management reporting. I think, hope this will help you the this demo. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Amazing, amazing. So you guys, this is an incredible solution. There's no doubt that the financial close for any business is very highly orchestrated, and it's a process that includes team members depending on each other to produce deliverables in a very tight schedule. So the IBM Cognos Controller and Analytics that we've seen today, this solution is able to integrate, consolidate, and report seamlessly for any business, right? And I think you've done an excellent job to show us that today. So thank you so much, One Direction Global. Thank you, Yogi. Thank you, Bhupendra. I want to, invite any customers that are interested to a customized POC to get in touch with you today and show how the solution can work magic for their businesses. So thank you so much for your time.